Hi everyone, my name is Fiona Hui. I used to work at CCTV as a journalist, and now I'm working for Europe's largest digital media. So Axel Springer, let me tell you how it's pronounced correctly. It's Axel Springer, the German way. It's so the first question I can think of that pops up in your mind is, what is this? Or who is this? Well, that's why I'm here. Let me answer your first question. This is Axel Springer. That's the founder of the company. He founded the company in 1946, and which is now has grown into the largest digital publisher, not only in Germany, but also in Europe. We are not quite well known in China because we are a very low-key company, just as the rest of all the other Mittelstands in Germany. And by the way, Fred, I need to discuss with you the working hours in Germany. I never worked under 35 hours in Germany. It's I saw that you put Germany right to the bottom of the working hours line. We have to debate on that, definitely. It's yeah. So I'll continue with the introduction of my company. We are present in more than 40 countries with more than 300 brands, reaching 300 million users every day. What makes us unique is our digitalization efforts in the past 20 years, I would say. We are the most digitalized media companies in Europe because more than 70% of our revenue derives from digital activities in 2018. So the two most known brands of ours, the first one is Bild, known in Chinese as 图片报. Yeah, Bild, it's I would say it's everybody knows the brand in Germany. It's read by 37 million readers in Germany. Germany has more than like 80 million, as a population of 80 million, and the Bild brand reached more than 37. So you do the math. Everybody knows the brand in Germany. It's a tabloid. And the second brand we own in German is Welt, 世界报 in Chinese. In 2017, when the Chinese president Xi visited us in Germany, he published an article in our newspaper called For a Better World, which showed how much he valued our brand. And also, we are growing rapidly abroad. With the acquisition of Business Insider in 2015, we managed to be present in English-speaking countries as well. Business Insider is the Financial Times for millennials. And yeah, we're also a media partner for this event. And also Update. So speaking of Update, let me think of a product every one of you must know. It's called 今日头条. We are the European answer to 今日头条. We are the largest news aggregator in Europe with more than 25 million monthly active users. I know this number may not come as a surprise to you, but it's very large compared to how large Europe is. We are pre-installed on every high-end Samsung devices, so we are very, I would say we are very present. We have a large readership in Germany and across Europe. We are present in 16 countries and in 12 languages. So I would say the success formula of our company is through digitalization by a combination of organic growth as well as acquisitions. This is a picture of all the brands we owned and we acquired and we grew. It's massive, right? And we managed to acquire a lot of classified company when the valuation was still very low. Classified is, let me explain this definition to you. Everybody knows 58 Group. We are the European answer to 58 Group. 58同城. We own the largest portfolio of classified websites in Europe. So given all this broad description of what our company does, I believe you have an idea of who or what Axel Springer is. I have to say that I'm not quite an AI expert, but working for a German media company has given me a very unique opportunity to observe the entire AI initiative development in Germany. Germany is known in China as the industrial nation. Germany is the crown of manufacturing capabilities. German autos are so popular in China. But will Germany survive or say succeed in the AI age as well? My answer is definitely yes, 100%, and I'll tell you why. Recently, the German government has released an AI strategy paper, which has outlined several initiatives. One of them being a 3 billion euro investment in AI activities, which is not quite large. But the other one, which I find very important, is the willingness to work with other European powers, in this case with France, to work on a common AI development strategy. And this I hold very dear because Europe, individual countries in Europe are, compared to China or the US, are very small. But European countries, when joining hands, are really very big. So I do believe that this strategy will hold very high perspective for the future development of the AI industry in Germany, as well as in Europe as a whole. And the second, this is why I would say I hold a long view of the AI development in Germany. We have a very successful example right here in this room who's gonna present his company in 20 or 30 minutes. So Germany is known to have a very solid foundation in research and development. And in Germany we have, for example, the Cyber Valley. What is it? I would say it's the German answer to Silicon Valley. It's founded by several members of the Max Planck Institute, as well as the University of Stuttgart and Tübingen and the state of Baden-Württemberg, and several private sector companies, for example, BMW, Bauma, Daimler, Robert Bosch, and ZF Friedrichshafen. So it's a joint partnership between corporates and states and universities. It's designated as a tech hub in southern Germany, and to enable a new kind of collaboration between academics and businesses. So the intention of creating such a cyber valley is to accelerate the commercialization of hyper abstract research, which my fellow delegate Christian will illustrate more with his own foundation of the company. And the second example is the German Research Center for Artificial Intelligence. It's one of the largest, I would say, artificial intelligence research center in the world, with more than 800 employees, not only in Berlin, but also in Saarbrücken, Kaiserslautern, and Bremen, Onasburg. It's all German names. I'll skip that. So, having said that, my intention was to tell you that the strength of German AI power lies in its solidness in research and development, and I believe that this will, in the long term, strengthen the AI capability of the entire German industry. And third, last but not least, we have actually in Germany a very, very active investment landscape. People always ask me, is there unicorns in Germany? Is there any unicorn in Europe at all? The answer is yes, we have unicorns, but it's not very well known. But we do have some unicorns, and it's supported by a lot of very famous and very ambitious VC investors. So I would say this entire German AI startup landscape has become more and more dynamic because of those VC investors, visionary VC investors, as well as corporate investors. For example, the first unicorn in autonomous driving area, Momenta, was backed by Daimler. Daimler is a German auto company, everybody knows it. So because of this, I definitely believe that the German AI industry is gonna become more and more solid, and it's gonna develop its own niche between China and the United States. So that's all about my presentation. And actually, does this stage allow for questions at this moment? Do you have any questions? Because I would prefer an interactive dialogue instead of just me standing here. And any questions regarding my company?
Just explain our foreign guests what is 今日头条.
今日头条?
Yeah.
Somebody asked that?
No, you said we are the 今日头条.
Oh, we are the European answer to 今日头条.
Yeah.
Because we developed a news aggregation application called Update, which is pre-installed on every high-end Samsung devices.
And why you said 今日头条 but didn't say Sina News, let's say?
Which news?
Why you choose 今日头条?
Because Toutiao is the largest news app in China, right? And we want
But why?
It's why, or I'm big fan of ByteDance.
Probably.
I'm a big fan of ByteDance, and I happen to know the founder really well, so I just refer to the company. Yes. Yes, please.
Well, thank you for your presentation. I think it's very insightful presentation, and it reminds me of my sojourn in Germany many years ago, because I worked for a German publishing company called GNEC in Hamburg, like 6 years ago. I worked there for like 3 months as a work placement, and it struck me that the Germans seem to be very late or very slow in coming to grips with the changes in technology and how technology has influenced the media landscape. So 6 years have passed since I left Germany. So you have just mentioned something about the news aggregation application developed by your firm. So what are some of the other changes that technology has brought to the German media landscape? Since Germans, I think they still are very fond of print books and print publication. Thank you.
Yes, in the news, thank you for your question. In the news industry, I would say that news aggregation, we are the first one to come up with, to create such a news device. And in the news industry, there's also a trend for people to design podcasts. Podcast has become the most trendy application in Germany, and every media companies, not only GNEC, Bertelsmann, not only Handelsblatt, not only us, I think almost all of the German media companies are all like cash in on this trend. They're developing podcasts. But I think podcast is not really very popular in China. That's a major like consumption difference between these two countries. Here it's all about TikTok, right? Douyin. And well, TikTok is also very popular in Germany, but podcast is more. People like to listen to podcasts while on their way to work. Thank you. Does it answer your question? Is there any other question? No? No? Okay. Thank you for letting me off so easily. Okay.
Thank you, Fiona.